The King of the South has finally been brought to his knees, and the footage is more soul-crushing than anyone could have ever imagined.
Stop what you are doing right now.
A secret, encrypted video message has just been intercepted from the dark corners of the industry, and it shows T.I., the man who built an empire on being untouchable, literally breaking down in uncontrollable tears. He isn't just crying, he is begging. He is pleading. He is groveling like a man who knows his entire legacy is about to go up in flames. This isn't a rap beef anymore. This is the sound of a man who has realized that 50 Cent doesn't just want to win, he wants to erase him from history. But what could be so terrifying in part 2 of this documentary that it would make a legend weep like this? What ghost from his past has 50 Cent finally caught on camera? Stay tuned, because the mask is coming off, and what's underneath is going to haunt the industry forever. To understand why T.I. is currently at a total breaking point, you have to realize that this isn't just a 2026 problem. This is a 20-year blood feud that has been simmering in the darkest shadows of the music industry. On one side, you have Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a man who survived 9 bullets and built a billion-dollar media empire on the literal bones of his enemies. On the other, you have Clifford T.I. Harris, the self-proclaimed King of the South, a man who conquered the charts but has been haunted by a snitch narrative that has followed him like a ghost since 2008. For 2 decades, these two played a dangerous game of cat and mouse. 50 Cent would drop a subtle jab about T.I.'s suspiciously light prison sentences, and T.I. would respond with his signature intellectual bravado, dismissing 50 as nothing more than a social media troll. But in early 2026, the game didn't just change, it ended. When the first whispers of the surviving T.I. and Tiny documentary surfaced, the industry laughed. Most insiders thought it was just another 50 Cent prank, a clever way to generate hype for his upcoming television projects. They thought 50 was just chasing clicks. They were dead wrong. When part 1 of the documentary dropped, it wasn't a joke, it was a tactical nuclear strike. It didn't just repeat rumors, it weaponized the 2021 allegations that nearly destroyed the Harris family. We are talking about the drugging, the coercion, and the systematic abuse that over 30 victims had described in chilling detail. Even though T.I. and Tiny had managed to dodge the legal bullets through statutes of limitations and technical dismissals, 50 Cent did what the federal courts couldn't. He organized the evidence. He gave the victims a global platform. He gave the whispers a megaphone. The history of this conflict is littered with the wreckage of betrayal. Most people forget that T.I. and 50 Cent weren't always enemies. There was a time when they were seen in Los Angeles together, walking into high-level meetings and pitching television shows. They had what many believed was a handshake agreement to dominate the media world together. But according to high-level insider sources, that is where the real betrayal took place. T.I. allegedly shared too much with 50 Cent during those private sessions. He thought he was talking to a business partner. He didn't realize he was opening up to a predator who was taking mental notes on every single skeleton in T.I.'s closet. The snitch narrative from 2008, the drug possession charges from 2011, and the 2021 sexual assault scandals, all of it created a perfect storm. But the final spark was the explosive and reckless behavior of T.I.'s son, King Harris. When King went on a viral rampage and disrespected 50 Cent's deceased mother, he didn't just cross a line, he signed his father's career's death warrant. 50 Cent didn't react with a loud Instagram live or a flurry of memes. He got quiet.
He went dark.
And in the world of G-Unit, silence is the sound of a documentary being edited to ruin your life. This explosion was inevitable. It was bound to happen the moment the Harris family thought they could outplay the master of psychological warfare. But nobody, not even the most cynical industry veterans, expected the King of the South to break this easily. The background of this beef shows a man who has spent years using his money and his grand muscle to bury his past. He thought the NDAs would hold forever. He thought the money he paid to silence witnesses would keep the truth in the grave. But 50 Cent has a shovel, and he's been digging for a long time. Now, with part 2 on the horizon, the fear in T.I.'s eyes isn't just about losing a rap battle. It's about the terrifying reality that 50 Cent has found the one piece of evidence that can't be dismissed by a judge. It's about the fact that T.I.'s fake gangster image, which he has polished for 20 years, is about to be systematically dismantled frame by frame. The background is set, the players are in position, and the king is trembling. But what exactly is in that Part 2 footage that has T.I. Gijadana groveling in the dark? The answer is more sinister than you can imagine. The air in Atlanta isn't just thick with humidity right now, it's thick with absolute panic. While the world was sleeping, the real explosion happened behind tightly closed doors in the darkest hours of last night, around 3 a.m. A high-level anonymous source, allegedly a disgraced former member of T.I.'s Grand Hustle inner circle who has now defected to 50 Cent's G-Unit Films, has done the unthinkable. They have leaked a screen recording of a direct, encrypted video message sent from T.I.'s private, verified Instagram account straight to 50 Cent. And let me tell you, this isn't just a leak. This is a career-ending radioactive bomb. In the leaked footage, the usual polished, intellectual king of the South is gone. The lighting is dim, suggesting he is hiding in a private study surrounded by his awards and platinum plaques, symbols of a legacy that is currently rotting from the inside out. His eyes are bloodshot and swollen, and his face is visibly distorted by fear and exhaustion. And then, the voice that once commanded thousands with unbreakable confidence, it cracks. It completely shatters. T.I. isn't just talking to 50 Cent, he is Gijadana groveling. He is reduced to a weeping mess. Curtis, man, please.
Not the kids, man.
Not Part 2. I'm begging you as a father, not a rapper.
Take it down.
I'll give you whatever you want. Name your price, man. Just don't put that footage out there. The shockwaves from this 45-second clip are paralyzing the entire hip-hop community. This isn't a rollout strategy. This is a total, humiliating surrender. T.I. is offering 50 Cent whatever he wants to stop Part 2. This is unprecedented. This is a man who knows that whatever is in that documentary Part 2, it is not something a public relations crisis team can handle. This is something that is going to haunt him and his family forever. But the ultimate shock, the thing that has left the world speechless, isn't just T.I.'s breakdown. It's the terrifying truth behind why he is Gijadana in the dark. This is the moment that changes the entire game. The major conflict isn't just about T.I.'s behavior or King Harris's disrespect. Our insider sources have dropped a second, even bigger bomb, the first twist. They claim that Part 2 of Surviving T.I. and Tiny isn't just focusing on T.I. It's built around a leaked document, a secret ledger that 50 Cent's team allegedly found in T.I.'s personal archives during their research. This ledger doesn't just list victims, it lists enablers. It allegedly contains a detailed list of high-level record executives, famous Hollywood actors, prominent music producers, and even influential politicians who reportedly attended the infamous parties T.I. and Tiny hosted. The twist is a masterstroke of psychological warfare by 50 Cent. He isn't just coming for T.I.'s neck, he is coming for the entire structure that protected him. T.I. isn't crying in that leaked video because he is scared of his fans turning on him. He is crying because he has realized that 50 Cent is about to expose a Diddy-level conspiracy network, and T.I. is the one who's going to take the fall for everyone else on that list. He is trapped. If 50 releases Part 2, T.I. is doomed, and the people who once protected him will destroy him to save themselves. The leaked video message shows T.I. making a terrifying admission, a phrase that has sent shivers down the spines of everyone in the industry. He mentions the tape from 2015 and the girl from Vegas. These aren't random references. These are specific, devastating scandals that T.I. and his legal team allegedly paid millions of dollars to keep out of the news for over a decade. He thought those non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, were airtight. He thought the money he paid to silence witnesses would keep the truth in the grave forever. But 50 Cent doesn't play by the rules of NDAs. He has reportedly found a terrifying loophole. He isn't just interviewing the victims who were paid off, he is interviewing the security guards. The men who stood outside the doors. The men who saw the girls being carried out unconscious. The men who T.I. and Grand Hustle stopped paying years ago. 50 Cent has weaponized their silence and bought their loyalty. The scene described in Part 2 is not a party. It's a methodical, sadistic abuse of power, according to one source who saw an advanced screening. The tension is so high right now you can feel it through the screen. T.I.'s entire fake gangster image, polished over 20 years of grand hustle muscle, is about to be systematically dismantled frame by frame. Can you even imagine the depth of the betrayal? T.I. reached out to his rival in a moment of absolute, pure vulnerability, hoping for old-school rap respect, and 50 Cent did the coldest thing imaginable. He turned that vulnerability into his next viral marketing campaign. 50 Cent didn't just ignore the message. He reportedly sent a one-word reply to T.I. record. As in, I'm putting this breakdown in the documentary. Can you imagine the terror in the Harris family household right now? King Harris's viral rampage didn't just cross a line. It was a self-inflicted death sentence for his father's career and family. T.I. isn't just a broken king. He is a man who knows that 50 Cent has just decided that his entire reign is over. And with that secret ledger in 50's hands, T.I.'s legacy is the least of his worries. The real major conflict has just begun, and the king is trembling. But what is the algorithm going to do with his tears? The cliffhanger is brutal. Does 50 Cent actually show mercy to a man begging for his family, or does he pull the trigger and burn the entire Atlanta music scene to the ground? The internet didn't just react to T.I.'s crying video. It went into a state of total, uncontrolled meltdown. Within minutes of that humiliating footage hitting the deep web, the hashtag #TIIsFinish began trending globally, amassing over 5 million mentions in less than 2 hours. But just as the world was trying to process the sight of the King of the South groveling in the dark, a second, even more terrifying explosion happened. The narrative shifted from a rap beef to a criminal conspiracy of a magnitude we haven't seen since the fall of Diddy. A verified industry whistleblower, operating under the handle at the Fixer 2026, dropped a viral thread that paralyzed the timeline. They claimed that 50 Cent's Part 2 doesn't just rely on witness testimonies. It is backed by a hidden folder of digital evidence that was never supposed to see the light of day. This folder allegedly contains T.I.'s own encrypted home security footage from 2012 to 2019. Now, you're probably asking, how on earth did 50 Cent get his hands on T.I.'s private home tapes? The whistleblower's claim is chilling. During a business tech audit years ago, these files were backed up to a private cloud server that T.I. forgot he even owned. And 50 Cent, being the billionaire chess player that he is, reportedly bought the entire server company just to gain legal access to those files. This is the reveal that has left the Harris family in a state of absolute panic. The folder doesn't just show T.I., it shows his son, King Harris, in the background of events that no child should ever witness. The hidden folder allegedly contains footage of T.I. grooming King into the lifestyle at a disturbingly young age, showing that the aggressive, fake gangster persona King pushes on social media today was actually a trauma response to what was happening inside that mansion. This is why T.I. was weeping. This is why he was Gijadana begging. He wasn't crying for his platinum plaques or his Grammy Awards. He was crying because he realized Part 2 shows him failing as a father in the most gonona, disgusting way possible, all caught on his own cameras. The industry backlash was instantaneous and ruthless. Major celebrities who were once seen at T.I.'s Trap City events are now frantically deleting every single photo and video they ever posted with him. Insider sources at a major global streaming giant claim they have already started scrubbing T.I.'s music from their most popular legacy and essentials playlists. The King is being erased in real time. Fake Twitter threads are now fueling the fire with terrifying detail. At Industry Insider, I've seen a 10-second preview of the Part 2 security tapes. Y'all, T.I. isn't just finished, he's headed for a life sentence. This makes the R. Kelly case look like a misunderstanding. #surviving T.I. At ATL_gossip_queen. King Harris isn't a villain, he's a victim. 50 Cent is about to show the world what really happened in that house. The tears are fake. The footage is real. But the escalation didn't stop there. 50 Cent's old rival, Rick Ross, reportedly posted a cryptic video on his Instagram story, sipping his signature Luc Belaire and laughing while watching a news report about T.I.'s breakdown. His caption? Some kings wear crowns, others wear wires. The math don't add up, tip. The shade is blinding, and it shows that T.I. has zero allies left in the industry. Even more shocking, rumors are circulating that Tiny Harris has been spotted meeting with 50 Cent's legal team in a private hotel in New York. The word is that she is preparing to sign a secret deal to testify against T.I. in exchange for immunity. Could the ultimate betrayal be coming from inside his own bedroom? The cliffhanger is massive. Is T.I. crying because he lost his kingdom? Or because his own wife is the one who handed 50 Cent the keys to his jail cell? 50 Cent isn't just releasing a documentary. He is conducting a funeral for a legacy, and the king is watching his own burial in 4K. The world is no longer just watching this drama. It has split into two warring factions, and the digital battlefield is covered in the wreckage of T.I.'s reputation. On one side, you have the grand hustle diehards, the fans who have stood by T.I. through federal gun charges and prison sentences. They are flooding the comments with hashtag #ProtectTheKing, claiming the crying video is nothing more than deepfake AI or a G-Unit hit piece designed to destroy a black icon. They are calling 50 Cent a culture vulture who is weaponizing a man's private pain for Netflix views. But their voices are being drowned out by a much louder, more bloodthirsty crowd. The reckoning is here, and the public is calling for T.I.'s head. TikTok is currently being dominated by body language experts who are doing frame-by-frame analyses of T.I.'s breakdown. Their verdict? The tears aren't out of remorse. They are out of narcissistic panic. Viral videos are pointing out the specific way T.I. tries to use his vocabulary even while sobbing, calling it a manipulation tactic that has finally failed. The public mood has shifted from curiosity to pure, unadulterated anger. But the real story is happening inside the industry. The silence from Atlanta is deafening. A prominent A-list rapper who once called T.I. his brother was caught by paparazzi last night. When asked about the documentary, he literally turned his back to the camera and ran to his SUV. The industry isn't just shocked, they are terrified. According to a high-level source at a major talent agency, the phone hasn't stopped ringing. Every artist who ever stepped foot in T.I.'s house is calling their lawyers. They are terrified that 50 Cent's Part 2 is going to show them in the background of those security tapes. The industry backlash is becoming a full-blown scrubbing. We have reports that a major luxury car brand has pulled its endorsement deal with the Harris family, and T.I.'s upcoming Kill the King tour is reportedly facing massive cancellations from venues that don't want the bad PR. Even the heavyweights are picking sides. 50 Cent's longtime associates are fueling the fire with cryptic posts. Fake Twitter reactions are reaching a fever pitch. At Hip Hop Lawyer, statute of limitations might protect you in court, but it won't protect you from the 50 Cent effect. Part 2 is the death certificate of Grand Hustle. At ATL_legend_99, I seen enough. The way T.I. was begging, that's the sound of a man who knows his secret ledger is real. It's over for the king. The division is creating a digital civil war. While some argue that King Harris's disrespect of 50's deceased mother justified this nuclear option, others believe 50 Cent has crossed a line of human decency. But 50 Cent doesn't care about the line. He has reportedly pinned a comment on his latest post that says, "I didn't start the fire. I just brought the gasoline." The controversy is being fed by a global audience that is addicted to the downfall of a legend. T.I. isn't just a rapper anymore. He is a cautionary tale. And as the shadow witness prepares to speak, the industry is realizing that 50 Cent isn't just destroying T.I., he's burning down the entire trap era of Atlanta. The question isn't who is right, the question is who is next. Just when you thought the King of the South couldn't sink any lower, and just when the world thought they had seen the peak of the drama with T.I.'s crying video, we have one final, earth-shattering revelation that changes the entire nature of this investigation. Our exclusive sources have confirmed that Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary doesn't end with T.I.'s begging. It concludes with a world-exclusive interview from a shadow witness whose identity has been hidden for over a decade. This isn't just another accuser or a random social media whistleblower. This is a person who was deep inside the Grand Hustle fortress for 10 years, someone who handled the money, signed the NDAs, and saw exactly where the bodies were buried. And this witness isn't just talking, they have the physical receipts. The final twist is a nightmare T.I. never saw coming. The shadow witness is reportedly T.I.'s own former fixer, the man whose entire job was to make T.I.'s problems go away with suitcases full of cash. In a chilling preview of Part 2, the fixer is heard on a grainy audio recording saying, "I didn't just pay them to be quiet. I paid them because if they talked, the truth would have burned half of Atlanta to the ground." But here is the cliffhanger that is going to keep the entire industry awake tonight. The shadow witness claims that the 2021 sexual assault allegations are just the introduction. He hints that Part 2 contains shocking new information about a cold case, a missing person from 2018 who was last seen at a Grand Hustle-affiliated property. A case that the police mysteriously dropped due to lack of evidence. Now, rewatch T.I.'s crying video in your head. Those tears? They weren't just fear of 50 Cent. They were confession. T.I. wasn't just begging for his career. He was begging for his freedom. He knows that 50 Cent hasn't just built a documentary. He has built a federal case in the court of public opinion. As of this second, T.I.'s mansion in Atlanta is reportedly on a blackout. No lights, no movement, and no response from his legal team. The king has retreated into his bunker, but he can't hide from the algorithm. Is Part 2 coming out in the next few hours? Or is 50 Cent waiting for the exact moment T.I. tries to release his final album to drop the hammer? The shadow is looming. The king is broken. And 50 Cent is sitting back with a smile, knowing that he has just converted 20 years of T.I.'s secrets into the most watched event in internet history. This isn't just the end of a beef. This is the end of an era. And the most terrifying part? The shadow witness says, Part 3 is where the real names come out. Who else is on that list? Which other icons are about to fall with T.I.? The world is waiting, the footage is ready, and 50 Cent is holding the remote. Guys, this is literally the darkest moment in hip-hop history. We are watching a legend crumble in real time. But I want to hear from you. Do you think T.I. is crying because he's truly sorry, or is he just terrified of the shadow witness exposing the truth? And what about 50 Cent? Has he gone too far? Or is he the hero we need to clean up the industry? Drop a crown in the comments if you still believe in the king, or a fire if you think 50 should burn it all down. The debate is heating up, and you need to be part of it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. We are in direct contact with G-Unit insiders, and the second part 2, or that shadow witness interview, leaks, you'll see it here first. Don't miss the next update. The names in Part 3 will change everything.
Stay tuned, stay woke.